Truckers X TV on air. We are now live in 3, 2, 1.
Please, Felt. Hey, over here!
Oh,
Looks like he did as he said. Alright, go do whatever it is you need to do.
yes. Miss Felt, thank you very much.
I don't know what'll happen, but live strong, alright? That goes for you too, Subaru.
While she looks cute, she really is a royal selection candidate. I was overwhelmed.
I feel the same way. I was totally overcome.
The kingdom's future looks bright.
I'd be terrified if every one of the candidates was like her, though.
Now then, what did you want to talk about? I doubt this is a simple invitation to dinner, bestie.
Yeah, I'm glad you came. To be honest, I was a little anxious you wouldn't.
Huh. That's not at all like you. We're good friends, aren't we? Hey, Subaru?
For starters, have a seat. Then we'll talk.
Got it. This does seem to be rather important after all.
The imposter is Melty, isn't it? Oh, good. I thought you would cut me down right away.
It's still early enough in our conversation to assume I misheard you. Also,
Also?
you went out of your way to call for me, and you even waited here all by yourself. I want to take this all in good faith.
It took a lot to convince Rem not to come with me. If Rem were here with me, you wouldn't let your guard down this much, would you?
What? Did Miss Anastasia train you in the art of negotiation? You acted similarly with the caravan.
Being an apprentice under the tutelage of the head of the Hoshin Company? Yeah, no thanks. If I said anything more, I'd probably have to pay a licensing fee for using the Hoshin name.
Yes, she would be quite demanding. Still, though... Subaru, was your earlier remark said in earnest? I won't overlook it a second time.
Unfortunately, I can't back down here. My understanding of the situation is pretty solid now.
So you think Mel is the imposter?
Yeah. And I know about a lot of what you're plotting. And about Solemn, too.
It would seem asking you how you learned of all this is pointless. Especially if you know about Solemn. I have nothing else to hide.
I see.
However, let me say just one thing. This isn't something Mel is doing because she wants to. Mel would never harm or fly, much less kill someone. I assure you that most of what she said is the truth. Her relation with you and Miss Amelia is genuine. Of course, I doubt you would believe such convenient stories at this point.
No. I believe you.
Huh?
I said I believe you. Every word of it. I know Melty is capable of hurting anyone. That goes for you too, right?
I wouldn't say that. I'd do anything for Mel's sake. I always have.
Come on, just go with the flow here. Jeez, don't be so uptight all the time.
Sorry. It's a bad habit of mine, but...
Yeah?
Thank you.
Sure. Anyway, let me start over. Why are you doing something like this? Did Sakura put you up to it?
So you even know that much? This may be weird coming from me, but it should have been impossible to see through her.
Oh, she definitely had me for a while there. I only noticed when... well, it was just chance.
That's quite some luck.
Whose orders does Sakura follow? Is the whole Transcendent Dragon Church guilty?
Hang on, slow down. I know you have a lot you want to ask me, but I don't have time to answer it all.
Don't have time?
Slipping out like this was already tough enough. No one suspected anything since Miss Felt asked me to do this, but the atmosphere at the church has... Simply put, Sakura has been quite on edge recently. I just hope nothing is happening now.
Don't tell me you were tailed.
No, I don't think so. Her trust hasn't completely waned after all.
What do you mean? In you and Melty?
No, not quite. She only trusts that Mel and I are too bound by fear and weak of heart to oppose her.
It's a seriously awful kind of trust. That means I won't be able to confront her anymore.
For that reason, I can't arouse any suspicion on us, so I'll be brief with my answers. First, as to who Sakura is given orders from. I've only ever overheard these conversations, but it's someone called Mother.
Mother, huh? Just to be sure, do you think Sakura has relations with the witch cult?
The witch cult? That sounds pretty out there. As far as I know, I at least have never suspected Sakura of being a witch cultist. Though, I do understand your concern, given how awful her personality is.
I see. That's fine. Let's put that on hold for now then. Is there anything else you can tell me?
I don't know anything about this Mother person. However, I know she isn't affiliated with the Transcendent Dragon Church.
What makes you so sure?
I once snuck into the Council's headquarters. I did a little digging of my own, so that's why I think that.
Do you mean the Council of the Church? You did that alone?
Unfortunately, there was nobody else I could trust. While I know this sounds bad, Mel is no exception.
You don't trust Melty? How can that...
That's just how it has to be. This matter runs deeper than it seems on the surface. I did everything I could to try to escape their hands. Infiltrating the Council was part of that. Without knowing who our enemies are, I'd have no idea who or what to fight against. That's why
You've been fighting alone this whole time. It must have been tough.
It must have been tough.
It's too early to speak in past tense. None of this is over yet.
You're so gruff. You can always borrow my lap and cry your heart out if you need to.
As if anyone would do something so embarrassing.
Actually, there was. Someone did exactly that at one point. Anyway, I got it. From your point of view, the church probably isn't the enemy. It's just being used by Sakura. Rather, to be more precise, it's that Mother person pulling all the strings. They're our real enemies.
And Wolf. Wolf is our enemy. This fact can't be changed.
Wait, Tiga! But Wolf's true identity is...
Right. They're exactly who you're thinking of. Solemn is Wolf, and he's borrowing Puka's power.
And he's Melty's older brother.
Hang on, you even know that? Seriously, how did you uncover all this? Are you going to say you know my mother's name too?
Don't tease me like that. It's painful to hear. I want you to talk about this seriously.
As you said, Mel and Solemn are siblings. They've always gotten along well. ever since they were kids. Mel relies on Solemn for so much. I felt a sense of opposition toward him, childish as I was.
So you've known her since then too. You really are childhood friends.
You're right about that. Childhood friends. The day I wandered into that village, into Faradar, we've been together ever since.
Why? Why was Melty made to do this? Why her of all people? I mean, she's not very good at deceiving people, so I imagine she'd blow the lid on everything pretty quickly.
Mel is awful at telling lies, after all. Mel and Solemn are from a tribe that has possessed a special power for generations.
A special power? Is that related to what Solemn hides under the bandages on his hands?
You've seen his bare hands. Well, no point in asking about that now. Yeah, it's his hands that matter more. Under his bandages, he hides the power of the Evil Eyes.
Evil Eyes. Wait, so if both of them come from the same special tribe, does that mean Melty has them too?
No, she has something far more exceptional. The power she was blessed with is monumental. That's what Sakura and her mastermind are after. Melty has the Evil Eye of Indoctrination.
Indoctrination? Wait, what? You mean...
It's as you'd imagine, Subaru. It's a power that makes people more susceptible to her. That's her Evil Eye of Indoctrination. Kind of a funny thing, huh? But it's nothing to laugh at. Submitting people to favor you is a force to reckon with.
That's right.
The Evil Eye of Indoctrination activates when Mel touches someone. So as soon as someone takes her hand in theirs, for example, they're already under her spell.
So that's why... How many people, even the ones who inspected her dragon insignia to see if it was real,
They could have already been afflicted if they came in contact with her beforehand. That explains why they value Mel so much, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's a ridiculous power.
I've heard the Evil Eye of Indoctrination is quite a legendary power, even among Mel's tribe. The last time it manifested in someone was hundreds of years ago. In the ancient past, someone had the same Evil Eye. They ended up doing a lot more harm than good.
That's chilling.
With just a glance, they could take someone's life.
That's really chilling! That's why Sakura won't let go of Melty. Can't you guys do something about Sakura with that power, though? If nobody can resist it.
That'd be hard. Sakura is cautious around Mel, after all. Getting Mel to touch her would be difficult. But even then, it's not like Mel can defy Sakura in the first place.
She can't defy her?
I told you, Mel has the power of the Evil Eye. But did you notice them at all?
Wouldn't they have something to do with her actual eyes? Wait, Solemn's were on his hands. I guess I wouldn't know where hers would be. If she's hiding them under her clothes, then I wouldn't want to check to confirm.
I'd never let you get that frisky with her anyway. But your thought process is correct. They were originally on her hands, just like Solemn's.
But not anymore, right? I've seen her hands up close several times now.
It's like they've been erased, or rather, they're hidden somehow. If her evil eyes were visible, everyone would know of the power she holds. That'd just be an inconvenience.
You say they were hidden, but aren't they part of her body? How could they be?
It's apparently Mother's doing. This Mother can use magic to distort one's body. Or, not quite. I don't think that's it. It's something more foreign. Whatever it was, Mother used it to reconstruct Mel's body. As a result, Mel's evil eyes were hidden. And it doesn't stop there.
There's more?
Mel isn't able to eat with that body.
Huh? She was made unable to eat. What exactly does that mean?
Just as it sounds, Mel's throat, the passage for food to pass through, has been blocked.
Passage for food? Do you mean the esophagus?
It's strange. They blocked off her throat, but she can breathe just fine. Sakura's even boasted about the marvel of it all.
That reminds me. Before. But if she can't eat, how's she getting by? Don't tell me they turn her back before each meal, then change her when she's done.
It's nothing that intense. They have a certain insect that they utilize.
Insect?
They're called mana wasps, but I don't know much about them. I think Mother created them. Those bugs are what Mel feeds on. The bugs use their stingers to directly inject mana stored within their bodies into Mel. It's hell. The same was done to me before, but I couldn't endure it.
It's unforgivable.
Yes, I'll never forgive them for what they're doing to her. Or myself, for allowing it to go on for so long.
Tiga. To be honest, there's nothing I can say. Your experience is too harsh for me to even talk like I can understand.
That's fine. It would be far worse if you experienced something similar and could sympathize with me.
Oh, right. What about you? You've done all this for Melty, so are you affected by her evil eye too?
No, it's nothing like that. Her evil eye of indoctrination doesn't affect me, and that's not the only thing.
Hmm?
My body can't be interfered with by any outside influences. It's something I was born with. Whether it be a magical enhancement or impairment, I'm unaffected by it all. That goes for both my body and mind. So
that's it! That's why you weren't affected by Amelia's recognition obstruction robe!
Recognition obstruction robe?
The white robe she usually wears. It's magically infused to hide the wearer's identity. So when we first met...
Ah, right. I saw her as herself. I see. So that's what tipped you off. That's why you suspected me from the start.
It certainly caught my attention, but I never really suspected you of anything back then. I wonder why. I think right from the start, I felt like we would get along well.
Aren't you an embarrassing fellow, Subaru?
Yeah, quiet. Anyway, is that thing of yours a divine protection?
That's right. The divine protection of insensitivity. It doesn't sound cool, so I don't like bringing it up.
Divine protection of insensitivity. Yeah, it really is a lame name.
Quiet, you.
Does Melty know about it?
She doesn't. I haven't told Mel.
Can I ask why?
Simple, really. I don't have it in me to tell her, and Mel doesn't really trust too many people.
That doesn't sound like her.
But it's true. Mel's... She only trusts those she's touched who are under the effect of her evil eye. Not because she wants to, but because that's the way she was raised. It's about time. It'll be suspicious if I stay longer.
Just let me ask one more thing. You all obey Sakura because you want to save Melty, right?
That is Solemn's and my ultimate goal. As for Wolf and Puka, I'm not sure what they're after.
If I come up with a way to fix her throat, would you guys ally yourselves with us?
You can do something like that?
I don't know, but I'll think of a way.
I see. But yeah, if you can make that a reality, I could ally with you guys. However... If we fight alongside you, that doesn't guarantee Mel's safety. I can't imagine she'd comply much, knowing that she's the only hostage left. It won't be enough to save Mel, unless we knew for sure. I'd likely take my sword up against you.
There's just one last piece missing to persuade him.
Subaru,
What?
I see you have finished, Subaru. Did you manage to speak to Tiga?
Mealy? Why are you here? I know I asked Rem to wait for me, but...
I came back after finishing my business in the Royal Castle, but Ron was the only one at the inn. I asked her about you and she said you were all here. I was waiting for you. Then Miss Amelia arrived, so we waited for you together.
I see. Sorry it was out in the cold like this. Are you two okay?
Yes, I'm fine. They said so much to me during my questioning, but I got through it all. It is fortunate we were informed of what to expect by Miss Cruciate and Miss Anastasia beforehand. But what about you, Subaru?
Yeah, I talked to Tiga. I was able to ask a bunch of things, but...
There's your bad habit again, Subaru.
Huh?
Bearing these burdens all by yourself, solving everything all on your own? You'll only collapse under the pressure. It happened once before, remember?
Well...
Or do you want to lay in my lap again?
What? Mealy?
That will not do! Rem will offer her lap for Subaru.
Hey! Rem?
See? You can't do this by yourself. So I think you should give up and tell us.
I can't win against Mealy. Okay then. I'll tell you everything as we walk. We'll think it all over together.
Of course. You can count on us. So, what did you want to think about?
Right. It's... a way to make everyone happy.
Yeah. That would be really wonderful.